of the multifidus. You want to set your resistance, and if you don't have a pulling machine, I mean, all these you can rig up with TherEx and all that too. So that one exercise where, you know, we had the strap around Stacy, and I mean, you could have used a piece of TherEx if that's what you have in your clinic, if you're out on clinicals and they just don't have that piece of equipment. We went over all the reasons why we think this is better than that. So the fact that I have them in my clinic and Brian has them in his, we use this. But setting up a person for a lumbar multifidus, lumbar extension exercise, I have them sit first on the pulley bench, and what I've done was I've lowered the height of the seat down. I use a foam roll, and what I have the person do is sit all the way up and snug themselves. And the second thing I do is I engage their pelvis, trying to lock down their pelvis into the seat itself. Then the exercise becomes just an extension. I cross my right hand over my left. I got a pin in one and one not in the other. And the idea is just a forward flexion moment and then upright into a full extension. Now this is a much further along exercise. This isn't something I do in phase one, but we've already established the muscles working and firing correctly. Leaning forward, coming back. The things I teach my patients is don't come so far back that you disengage the foam roll. And the other thing is you got to feel like, you have to feel like, and I will keep my hands on their pelvis, especially at first, that they are locked down in their pelvis, that they're not creating this rocking motion within their, you shouldn't see them moving in their jeans or anything like that, or their shorts, whatever they happen to be wearing. So leaning down forward, and then upright again. Okay. If I want to work the upper segments, I can put my feet out in front of me. The movement will be more in my upper lumbar, lower thoracic segments. With my feet more behind underneath me, I'll be able to get a further forward motion, and then I can focus the movement more into my lower segments of my back. I'll be honest, this is a great exercise. They've done EMG studies. There was one in particular that I read. They were looking at back extensors. Stabilizing the pelvis and doing this motion got the most EMG activity for the lower spine extensors. This foam roll is a little too big, so it's hard for me to get myself rocking over really well. I have one that's smaller in diameter in my clinic, which works awesome, and it just sets them up and works that. So that's a really good exercise. One other one that can be done that a lot of people do. You can get rid of that. I'm sorry, I just need a place to put that down. We can do sit-to stands, and you typically do these unilaterally, right here, and then just standing up and sitting down. Now this is creating a motion of forward flexion and right rotation. So it's my left multifidus, right? That's working, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
That was
opposite.
right,
Yeah, I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, that's why I say you got to double check me.
When you're going down,
We just all like
you are
agree.
doing the right side.
Yes.
But I'm extending. I'm fighting. It's pulling me into right rotation, so I am left rotated, fighting it. That was the right answer. So it would be my right multifidus. This would focus on more if I were to just do it this way, just standing up and sitting down repetitively. And another great one that I use a lot, I call them lumbar chops. It's a movement where the person's going to start in a bench rotated position and then finish in an upright and extended position the opposite way, and then repeat. Just working out. Now the thing I teach my patients to do is with the hands is I have them bring their hands into their chest and rotate and then extend them out, as opposed to doing this way, which is a viable way of doing this, but what's going to happen to me doing it this way over time? Right, I'm straightening my shoulders a lot. I might actually be able to move more weight by bringing the arms into my body and then doing the rotation that way instead.
Isn't it also bad in general just to bend over and lift things with your arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not typically how we would do things. If I was picking up a box and I had to put it on top of the shelf, I wouldn't hold it away from me the whole time.
Yeah.
It would be natural for me to pick it up and just kind of do it that way. So I think it's more fun. It's more of a functional movement by bringing the hands in. But a lot of patients, you give them the exercise, the first thing you want to do is just that. And I tell them, no, remember, I showed you doing it this way.
Question. When you're doing contralateral rotation with multifidus, is it okay to get like a big sweep of rotation like we've been doing? Because I know then you're going to have activation of the obliques, or is it better to keep it more minimal rotation to prevent so much activation of the obliques, or does it not matter?
At this point in time, I'm working not just, this isn't to me just a multifidus exercise, it's more of a functional movement exercise. I'm working their extensors and their rotators. I'm working, I think with this exercise, I'm working their multifidus more than I'm working their obliques because of all the extension that has to be going on throughout the entire movement. And then when